So When Marnie Was There is a Studio Ghibli film, and it was released back in 2014, 2015 era, and this is proven to be one of the best Studio Ghibli films out there, in my opinion, of course. This was proposed to be the last Ghibli film since Hayao Miyazaki was slated to retire. And of course, there is another film that is slated for next year's release, which is also very exciting. And it's great because if this would have been the last film in the Ghibli collection, they would have definitely went out on a high, and I would have been gutted because I love this film. I really do. So lately I've been taking a trip down the lane of Ghibli films this past summer. I've had the privilege of watching them once again, and I forgot how important and how and the influence they had on me and they have on me is mesmerizing. I absolutely love the Ghibli films. I appreciate them so much on a high level, and I have a little brother, and it's great for him to watch these films. It's great for him to also appreciate them like I do as well, and it's just the fact that I have to watch them again. That's great. So When Marnie Was There focuses on a young, isolated teenager who has no friends. She has gone through a tough personal time in her life. She has been sent to her family relatives to a village. And in the village is an abandoned mansion. It's right next to her, and it presents itself with an intriguing but yet a beautiful mystery. It's a perfect example of the difference between Hollywood and the Japanese films. Don't get me wrong, I do love enjoying and watching a typical animated film which has comedy and some slapstick humor as well. But there is something about watching films for children that also contain some mature themes and connotations for adults too. This is why this is one of the best Ghibli films out there, in my opinion. And Ghibli always nails that. They always bring everything for every audience. So once again, like most of all Ghibli films, this has that magic feeling that only Ghibli films can put out. It's almost undescribable, really. But you know that you are watching a Ghibli film because there's nothing like it. There are so many variety of ideas in the film that work so well together, including the genre. You know, most of the time, many mystery films fit well with an intense thriller, in my opinion. But it's so interesting and so refreshing to see a film that has the mystery element along with an animated film, but also as a coming-of-age film as well. This film is 3-4 years old. I urge everyone to watch it. I don't want to tell you what happens. I don't want to spoil anything. And despite it being a couple of years old, I know most people have not seen it. If you have not seen a Studio Ghibli film, go check it out. Go do your research, because these films are unmissable. I really do think these are so important films that people really need to see, because it just opens your eyes. It really does. The ending of this film just hits me. It's beautiful, it is gut-wrenching, and then when a film does that to me, it's very satisfying, and you know that it has that emotional response. Needless to say, the animation is gorgeous. To think that a Japanese animation is all hand-drawn is saying one thing, but that is how anime is done. But in this much detail, it makes the audience feel mesmerized. It just blows my mind. The amount of detail put into the work is incredible. Every time I rewatch it, from start to finish, I felt so glued to the characters, especially the main character and Marnie, and their relationship between another is so interesting, and it just keeps you on the edge because you want to know what their relationship actually is. What is it about? You have all these clues in your mind with the mystery elements. The only flaw I had with the film, which didn't really take me out of it at all really, is that most of the mystery scenes, or some of them, sort of felt quite puzzled. I felt quite puzzled. I didn't really know what was going on most of the time, and that is not necessarily a bad thing, but that almost caused me to get even more puzzled along with the next few scenes that come after that. And so, nevertheless, all answers and all those worries will be given at the end of the film. So that was very satisfying, and that was all settled in the conclusion. This is a beautiful, unmissable one. If you're not even a fan of anime, if you're not even that type of a film sort of guy, if you just enjoy animated films, go watch it. Go to get your kids to watch it. Go watch it yourself. it's a must-see because this film deserves a 5 out of 5 stars. Check it out. Having said that, it is a heartwarming film with brilliant character development and beautiful visuals and narrative that you have to see. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.